Tampa Bay area beaches, no better place to be this time of year. We're at Al Lang Stadium in downtown St. Pete, where the Rowdies are rolling with 46 points tonight, hosting the Birmingham Legion. Welcome inside the booth, everybody. Great to have you with us. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis. The Rowdies, awesome last week against Charleston, ringing up 5 goals, their best offensive performance of the season. Ryan, how come so many goals this time of year?
Well, this new system that's starting at the beginning of the year is now 2/3 the way through. And as a result of that, the players are reacting more rather than thinking. As a result of that, more chances are being created and more goals are being scored as a result.
All right, let's talk about the Legion from Birmingham. This is not the same team that the Rowdies defeated on June 1st by a score of 2-0. They are confident. They're playing great defense, and they've got a young star by the name of J.J. Williams.
Well, the 6'4" J.J. Williams is a local boy from Alabama. He has a cannon of a left foot shot, and oh, by the way, he can score with his right foot as well. With his large frame, he can hold the ball up in midfield and take pressure off the midfield. And because of his height, he poses a great threat on set pieces, which can prove to be the great foil against this Rowdies team.
He'll have to be tightly marked tonight for the Rowdies. Meanwhile, Zach Steinberger continues to just make things happen.
Zach Steinberger is the renaissance man for this Rowdies team and Coach Collins. Because of his ability to play from box to box, he can defend, create chances, and oh, by the way, pop up in the box and finish off goals for this Rowdies team, which makes him an invaluable asset for Coach Collins.
Should be a fun night here at Al Lang Stadium. Meanwhile, New York Red Bulls 2 winning earlier today. Rowdies have got to win to reclaim the top spot in the East. It's Rowdies and Legion coming up next.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
At Morgan Auto Group, we have one goal: being the one dealer you turn to for all of your automotive needs. We have over 30 dealerships and more than 20 brands, and thousands of vehicles to choose from at prices that won't have your budget in the box, with guarantees that give you more than just peace of mind. Nice hockey reference. Just putting the biscuit in the basket, Tyler. Nobody says that right. Agree to disagree? Because when you make it Morgan, we make it happen.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, "That's my kind of blue."
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Rowdies and Legion just moments away from Al Lang Stadium. We'll begin tonight with our formations brought to you by Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. First for Birmingham, Akeem Ward recently joining the team. Got his first action against Ottawa in the last game. And you've also got Prosper Kasim, 4 goals on the season. The former Rowdy, also Eric Avila wearing number 12, part of that back line. And for the Rowdies, Pape Diakite back in the 11. He did not play against Charlotte because of the yellow cards. Lucky Mkosana, lethal. 2 goals in the last game. He wears 77. And in the back, Macklin Robinson, the keeper, filling in for John McCarthy, who is still injured. Let's send it to the third member of our crew. Good evening, Heather Donnelly.
Hey, Drew, tonight should be a great battle between the Rowdies' offensive firepower and a Birmingham defense that has just been stellar recently. The Legion haven't allowed a goal since June and currently hold the longest active running shutout streak in USL Championship at 375 minutes. On the other hand, the Rowdies are coming off their best offensive performance of the season, a 5-0 win at Charleston, which is the biggest road victory in club history in the modern era. So we'll see if the Rowdies can find similar offensive success tonight against a really strong Birmingham backline. Guys.
Thanks so much, Heather. Our coaches, Neil Collins of the Rowdies, has this side rolling. 13 wins, 2 losses, 7 draws. And on the other side, Tom Sohn, the USL Coach of the Month for the month of July. Birmingham back in the playoff picture, just outside of it right now. They need victories. 3 points on the road tonight. It would be absolutely huge as we near mid-August. It is hot and humid. Lucky M. Kosana has been outstanding for Tampa Bay since the club acquired him. And the Rowdies going to have to overcome some injuries tonight, but we are underway from Al Lang Stadium. Should be fun. Rowdies and Legion. There's the Rowdies injury report. Barry, Eckram, McCarthy, and Taylor. Birmingham banged up as well, making it that much harder for the visiting side to have success here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to have to use the whole bench to come into Al Lang Stadium. Players are going to have to step up. The newly acquired Akeem Ward, playing at right back from DC United, gets a chance tonight. So this Birmingham Legion team just limping into Al Lang tonight.
6 victories on the season for the Legion. 10 losses, 5 draws, 23 points total. Keep in mind, this is their inaugural season. A win tonight would be monumental. Here's our keys to the match.
Well, the keys for the Rowdies is to keep up the intensity. They're the ones hosting the Legion. They have to set the tone tonight, try to create chances and score goals. The Legion will welcome to sit back and try to get a draw tonight. It's up to the Rowdies to force the action. And on the Legion side of things, stay compact. They play a 4-4-2 diamond. They're going to have to concede the outside wing-backs with Malik Johnson and Leo Fernandez and keep the runners in check. Keep Kwadwo Poku and Zach Steinberger marked in the middle, and that will limit the damage tonight.
Our officiating crew tonight, Dejan Susak is our lead official. As Poku puts it in a pretty good spot. And it's Fernandez on the far side, taken down. The Rowdies will have the ball right there for a set piece.
Well, it's a thankless job marking Leo Fernandez on a one-on-one situation. And Avila just found out as the Brazilian gets a free kick.
Leo Fernandez, 3 goals, 5 assists. Told me yesterday, I want to stay involved for the full 90 plus. 90 minutes of focus is what I'm trying to focus on right now as we near the last third of the season. This ball put in motion. Guenzati. And there's Diakite trying to elevate. This ball will be sent out. Select as the official ball supplier of the USL Championship and many of the finest leagues in the world. Since 1947, the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. For the latest Select products and special offers, go to SelectSportAmerica.com. That's SelectSportAmerica.com. Guenzati going down.
Well, Seba Guenzati just showing that ability to hold off his marker and again winning a free kick. This Birmingham Legion team is very aggressive in their own third. And as a result, gives up another free kick, and Leo Fernandez is going to use that cultured left foot to swing this one in. Coach Collins would love Pape Diakite to get on the end of one of these. They would love to get more goals from set pieces with a big man coming from the back.
Leo Fernandez. This ball's got some curl inside the 6. Rowdies top of the box. Poku coming up. Just could not get a full foot on it, and good reaction by the Legion, closing in quickly that time.
Yeah, poor touch by Poku. Just couldn't find the ball after that first touch. And as a result, allowed the Legion to recover.
This is Brian Wright coming up, and the Rowdies goalie has to come off his line. Macklin Robinson, first touch of the night. He's been tested multiple times and done a nice job filling in for McCarthy.
Well, what a great reaction by Robinson. For that to be your first touch of the game is not easy. Just timed it to perfection, came out and squandered that chance.
Misread that time by Johnson. Malik Johnson, the guy who kicks this Rowdies attack into overdrive. When he is playing well, they are nearly unstoppable.
Well, Leo Fernandez causes so much problems on the left that teams sort of overload. Now when the ball switches back to the right, you have the threat and the speed of Malik Johnson, who has made teams pay so far in the second half of this season.
5th minute just underway from Al Lang Stadium. Robinson asked Coach Collins the difference between him and McCarthy. He said, just flat out experience. Does believe that Macklin Robinson is going to be a tremendous keeper in this league and even beyond for a lot of years to come.
You know, the backup goalkeeping position, people don't realize how underrated it is. You have to have some sort of talent in that second slot at the backup keeper position. So important for teams.
Derek Morad now building from the back.
Just looking at Jordan Doherty, just making an impact on this team in the last couple of months, getting a lot of starts now. Coach Collins trusts him now in that defensive midfield position.
Fancy footwork by Poku, able to get it through traffic. Steinberger trying to get it to Mkosana. And now this is Doherty again. Yeah, the youngster Doherty. It's been fun watching him grow this season. And another whistle.
Well, great vision by Doherty, just picking out Malik Robinson. And Kyle Culbertson again being aggressive. And yet another free kick for the home team.
Just 18 years old, part of the Ireland U19 squad. What a contribution he has made to the Rowdies this season. On guard, that's Kasim with his 4 goals. And Eddie Opoku, who is on loan from the Columbus Crew.
You see Malik Johnson touching the ball, but it's so much more dangerous when the left footer swings this ball into the keeper.
Fernandez once more. Low line drive this time. And a whistle that time. And Fernandez knew it.
Good skill by Eddie Opoku. He was down, way down in the corner, and just used a bit of trickery to get past Leo Fernandez and draw the foul and take the pressure off his team.
Rowdies with 46 points coming into this match. They are on pace to smash the previous club record of 53 in USL Championship play. It's been quite a season so far. Coach Collins making sure nobody gets ahead of themselves, trying to keep everybody humble. And we saw that the intensity still incredible at practice this week.
The healthy competition that he has brought up, sort of cultured in this group, is just amazing how he's left his footprint so quickly on this Rowdy club. As a result, everybody's making use of their time on the field. Everybody contributing. There are no passengers out there.
Rowdies connecting the dots. Mkosana spreads it out wide. This is Johnson. Far. Shot taken. And just off the side of the net. Well, join us at Al Lang on Saturday, August 24th, as we honor the Rowdies legend, Georgie Ristoff. All fans will take home an exclusive Georgie bobblehead while supplies last. Visit rowdiesoccer.com today to purchase tickets.
Just going back to that last play, Drew, the crossing from Malik Johnson, and Leo Fernandez had all the time in the world, just too much time. And in the end, a funny ricochet, and it goes out for a goal kick. And Matt Vonikel can breathe again.
Rowdies have had a couple chances here early. And early on here in the first 10 minutes, definitely see some openings in this Birmingham defense that has been so tough to crack over the past month.
The Rowdies have been just so efficient in Al Lang Stadium and in their offense that every pass seems to count. It's hard to defend against them.
Now it's a Poku. Great one-on-one move. The shot taken. And rebound was nearly there, but Robinson able to reel it in quickly.
Well, they're going to have to close down on Eddie Opoku. The young Ghanaian has that skill to come inside on his right foot. Just takes Tariq Murad off the dribble there. And Malik Robinson was right behind it. But that just shows the threat that he has, and this Birmingham team have in their pocket on the break.
Guenzati unhappy. Again, wearing the captain's armband here tonight. Guenzati's continued to be the leader of this Rowdy side. And Kosana now attacking inside the 18. Shoots and deflected by Van Oekel.
Well, El Capitan using a bit of South American trickery there. A quick free kick when Birmingham Legion were not paying attention. And Lucky Kosana isn't on goal. Here's the Uruguayan. And look at Lucky Kosana put on the afterburners. Gets right in and kicks it straight to Van Oekel, who made a great save in the end to keep this score at 0. But what a heads-up play by Sebastian Guenzati.
Fernandez, the in-swinger. Another Rowdy's corner kick. Van Oekel again, under pressure, able to fist it out.
What a commanding punch by Van Oekel, taking the pressure off his defense.
Now Diakite. Poku. Rowdies take a deep breath as Birmingham under fire here in the opening minutes. Sent out once more.
Good patience by Caleb Richards, not letting Birmingham off the hook. We're just crossing the ball into the trees.
Guenzati spreads it wide again. Guenzati right at that 6-yard box. And you see Johnson calling for it. Rowdies will have their third corner kick of the night.
Well, another great play by Malik Robinson, taking his time and crossing this ball low and hard. Just a nightmare for the defenders to defend against. Kosana got on the end of it, and Guenzati just allowed it to go out for another corner kick. As Leo Fernandez is going to swing this one in.
Crowd comes alive at Al Link Stadium. Fernandez, a little bit far this time. Poku will track it down. You see the trust, the chemistry, though, with the Rowdies and the way they are passing it around early in this game.
Just being so patient. Everybody wants a touch on the ball. They're all so confident right now.
Rowdies with a plus 24 goal differential. Second best in the East. Morad able to keep it. This is Poku. Now it's Richards. Guenzati over to Doherty. He lets it go, and that's a beauty. Robinson. Right side. Robinson's got 2 defenders on him.
Oh, great defending in the end. It was a lovely through ball by Doherty to Malik Robinson. But Birmingham, like we said before, stayed compact. And defended well.
Mkosana now. Mkosana! Oh, you saw going down with Steinberger. Looked like there was contact right there. Zach Steinberger just an inch away from tapping that one in.
Well, that's the ability this Rowdies team has. When they switch the play, Birmingham has to shift across and get there on time. Leo Fernandez picking out the runner before the defense could set. And Zach Steinberger almost got in the end of that save by Van Oekel.
Earlier today, New York Red Bulls 2 with a 5-1 impressive victory over Hartford. And that 3 points puts them temporarily atop the table in the East. So to stay on top, Rowdies need a victory here tonight.
What a race by these two teams. Just playing at a high clip, the Red Bulls and the Rowdies.
Robinson again. He is so exciting to watch. Guenzati can't control it this time.
But the Rowdies have to be careful for the counter-attack, Drew, as they get sucked in and try to look for that goal. Brian Wright and JJ Williams are going to look to counter-attack. As a result, Pape Diakite, Tariq Murad and Caleb Richards have to be ready.
Remember, Rowdies defeated this Birmingham side 2-0. That was back on June 1st. Birmingham confident tonight could be much different. So far, the Rowdies have got this Legion side scrambling defensively.
And those 2 goals came by switching the play back to the right-hand side and Malik Robinson finding Andrew Tanari and then finding Seba Gwenzati that day. It's the ability of this Rowdies team to move the ball from left to right and getting to the spot before the defense can shift.
That's Poku. Rowdies owning possession at the moment. Well, fans, follow the Rowdies and the rest of the USL Championship all season long on ESPN+. It's home to the USL, the MLS, UFC, and so much more. Join the over 2 million sports fans who've already discovered ESPN+ and watch the championship live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Matt Van Oekel had that ankle sprain during the Open Cup play. Kept him out, had to overcome that. Former OKC Energy in goal for Birmingham. A key piece here in their inaugural season. Rowdies attacking once more. This is Gwenzati and Kosana in the neighborhood. Again, contact right atop the 6. Rowdies will throw it in.
Oh, great technique by Gwenzati. That ball was going away from him. He got his left foot around it and just hooked it across the goal, creating yet another chance for this Rowdies team.
Gwenzati again. Steinberger comes over. Well played by Asiadu. Rowdies are just everywhere right now, Ryan.
Just so confident. Great read by Tariq Murad.
Malik Johnson. Oh, stumbles down that time. A little slick on the turf.
Just couldn't decide if to pass or to dribble. And as a result, got caught up and went over Malik Robinson. But again, so encouraging, so positive by the young right midfielder.
This Birmingham side on a 4-game unbeaten streak, 4 straight clean sheets, but talked about the possession. Over 76% at the moment. Rowdies are just killing it.
They're just keeping up the intensity. They're sort of corralling Birmingham Legion into their own half, like into a shell almost.
Here's Johnson now. Malik Johnson, room to run here early with a blast. This one sails wide right.
Coach Collins will not have a problem with that as this Birmingham Legion team retreats. Space is going to open up for players outside the box as Malik Robinson fires from deep. It goes past the near post, but positive play again by number 14.
Also want to remind Rowdies fans, Ryan, you sit behind that goal, you better have your heads up, right?
It's like behind the 3rd baseline. Don't snooze.
That ball is absolutely screaming. Made a shot like that. Talked about the rivalry, though, that the Rowdies have with New York Red Bulls, too. It's amazing that the Rowdies actually lost their first road match of the season a couple weeks ago at New York. 2-0 in that contest.
Yeah, it took a team like the Red Bulls to dethrone the Rowdies on the road. But it's just amazing. These 2 teams are pushing each other week in and week out. As we see that high press by the Rowdies, not allowing the Legion to play out from the back. Just corralling them in their own half.
Murad, again to Johnson. Johnson with a lot of opportunities so far, able to get by a defender, and it'll be another Rowdies corner. I believe, nope, they're going to say it is going to be a goal kick.
Well, with that ball coming across so quickly to the right-hand side, Eddie Opoku just couldn't find his feet, and Malik Robinson skinned him. No one to cover him, and in the end, just a poor touch in the end, and Kyle Culbertson sweeping up.
Good job by Culbertson that time to put it off Johnson. It is 86 degrees right now on the pitch, but it feels like it is 95, 96. The humidity tonight, you can cut it with a knife.
Good old-fashioned Florida summer.
That's Gwenzati. Leo Fernandez and Kosana again the target.
That is just beautiful service from the Brazilian. Not kicking it into the trees, low and hard. Gave Lucky Kosana a chance, couldn't get there. But again, the question was asked.
th minute here at Al Link Stadium. Tampa Bay Rowdies, Birmingham Legion FC. Poku loses it inside that center circle. Have a chance to get it back though. Caleb Richards. Rowdies dominating possession thus far and have had several chances. Guenzati, and you see how Rowdies playing very quickly. Tremendous pace at the moment. Steinberger was waiting for it, won't get to him, and Fisher will hammer it away.
Poor clearance by Fisher. Now their backs are right up against it.
Poku tried to sneak a pass in. Intercepted that time, and you see how Birmingham just kind of sits back. Everything's so compact. It has worked for them significantly over the past month. Another service in, Guenzati at the doorstep. Van Oekel comes up to knock it down.
Well, Saber Guenzati didn't see that coming. He thought Laurent had the header, but that's why a forward has to follow through with the action, even though he's not going to get to it. It caught Saber by surprise, but he has to follow through with the header, even though if the defender's going to get it, just in case that happens. The ball's in the back of the net.
Rarely do you ever see Seba not expecting it.
Yeah, he's been on point for the entire season. And the Capitan, I guess, does make a mistake every now and then.
Here's Moran, very quietly having a tremendous season for Tampa Bay. Malik Johnson. Oh, nifty pass. Steinberger tried the flick. And may have come up a little lame that time. Tried that back heel pass, and Zach Steinberger holding his hamstring.
Yeah, that's the thing with back heels. If you try to get too much power on it, it's going to take a lot of hamstring to pull it off. There it is. And now immediately grips the right hamstring. As we see Andrew Tanari getting him up off the bench.
So we'll keep an eye on that situation. Steinberger with 3 goals on the season. Ball is live. Doherty takes the shot. And deflected that time. Good idea by Jordan Doherty.
Well, Doherty looking for control on this shot. Just using the side of his foot, almost like a pass, just to make sure he gets over it and puts it on frame, as we see. And in the end, it was Prosper Kassim with the deflection.
Fernandez again. Leo Fernandez has made a living on corners so far in this match. Here's Leo Fernandez, steering clear with a great shot. Van Oekel in position once again. Let's check in momentarily with Heather.
Hey, Drew, some happy news for a couple Rowdies who are not in the lineup tonight. Dominic Oduro took a little bit of time off this week because him and his wife just welcomed a son. Nikhil Oduro was born on August 7th, so congratulations to him and wish him the best of luck as he deals with those early, late-night newborn days. And then also, goalkeeper John McCarthy got engaged to his fiancée, or his now fiancée, I guess I should say, Jackie this week. So lots of good news for the Rowdies off the field. Drew?
Heather, that's great stuff. And Coach Neil Collins, very mindful of that when I asked him about Damaduro and his situation. Here's Fernandez once more. Leo going down this time, and we will have a whistle. Rowdies will place it down. But Coach Collins did say that he remembers when he and his wife had their daughter, and he had to play that day, and said he was a complete mess. He said, no way would I put Oduro up to that.
Good for Coach Collins. We talk about creating a culture in this Rowdies team, not only on the field, but off the field yet. There's definitely a family-type feel in the locker room. And I'm sure Dominic Oduro will appreciate the night off.
Poku now will place it down. Poku's play has just been magical as of late, distributing.
And that plays so much into the Rowdies offense. Having a playmaker play so deep, he sets the tone and he sets the flow of the offense in the center circle or behind the center circle.
Poku, little air under this one. Comes back out. Rowdies will keep possession with Doherty. Tapped away. And that's Eddie Opoku. And White, who cannot collect it. Rowdies will throw it in. Caleb Richards had a goal for the Rowdies last time against St. Louis. Last home match in a 4-1 victory.
Leads this team in minutes, Caleb Richards. Just an amazing, amazing run by the Englishman.
Steinberger asking Fernandez to push forward a little bit further that time. And now Doherty misconnects. J.J. Williams, 3 goals on the year. Former Kentucky Wildcat. There's the shot story so far. Rowdies dominating here in the 25th minute.
Well, we looked at the possession percentage a little while ago, and the shots just reflect how aggressive and how they're creating chances with that possession. Many teams have useless possession, but the Rowdies definitely creating chances with all of that ball possession. As a result, 8 shots to 1. And the Birmingham Legion, with just 25 minutes gone, their backs are against the wall as Pape Diakite and his merry men are setting the tone here.
Pape Diakite, so happy to be back in the 11 for Tampa Bay. Gave it up that time, but the Rowdies will quickly get it back. Hey, students, summer may be ending, but the fun does not have to stop. For all home matches, students can purchase reserved seating tickets for just $10 with a valid student ID. Visit rowdysoccer.com/ticket specials for more information. It's a great time, and just a guaranteed good time when you come to a Rowdies game here in downtown St. Pete.
I don't think there's a better scenery in soccer, at least in Florida, than Al Lang Stadium. It is just beautiful, right on the water, and the atmosphere is electric.
What a home field advantage the Rowdies have had this season here in Al Lang. 6 wins, 1 loss, 4 draws. There you see the beautiful backdrop. Never gets old. And what an atmosphere, what a pitch. Gorgeous night in and night out. And the Rowdies have really put this as a part of their mantra, their brand. And everybody has bought in here in the Tampa Bay area.
Yeah, and this Coach Collins team has made this into like a kingdom where no one can just walk in here and dictate the play. The Rowdies have owned possession, chances created, shots on goal whenever they play in Al Lang.
Poku. Mkosana tried that back flip. Flicked a little off that time.
That's the problem of getting pinned back. When you do actually get your foot on the ball, there's no outlet for this Birmingham team. The ball comes back to the green and yellow so quickly.
That's Avila, the former Rowdy. Look out, Birmingham will attack, pushing numbers forward. This is Opoku. Opoku will shoot. Oh, knocked down beautifully. Robinson with the save, it's still alive. And finally, Richards hammers it out.
Well, there is the danger of pushing up and having all that possession. There will be gaps left at the back. And a through ball to Eddie Opoku, and he goes near post this time. And Malik Robinson alive to it.
Birmingham coach Tom Sohn says that we see vulnerabilities. We see areas we can exploit with these Rowdies, and I think that is exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, especially with Eddie Opoku, who has the wheels of an Indy car. He can get up there in a hurry.
And former coach of DC United. Had those great Open Cup runs as a player and a coach. Father Joseph competed with the Chicago Kickers. And Coach Sohn grew up playing for the Kickers club program.
He was pretty successful as a player as well, winning the USL Cup in '97, '98. and 2000, and then winning it as a coach in 2008. Such an impressive resume for Coach Son.
Referee Deshaun Suzak. Have a quick word with Poku. Also Brian Wright. Scoring threat for the Legion. This ball put in a dangerous spot. Oh, Robinson has to rise above to get it. Bobbled it for a moment, but was able to squeeze.
You know, so many times we look at keepers with their shot-stopping ability, with the ability to pick crosses out. It's true. It shows a true testament to a goalkeeper. And Malik Robinson just stepping up and plucking that one out.
It is absolute chaos in that box. Got to be the guy who maintains the order, and he's doing that right now. Well, Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, and Heather Donnelly down on the pitch. Thrilled to have you with us here tonight in the 30th minute. Scoreless, Tampa Bay Rowdies, Birmingham Legion. Downtown St. Pete and Al Lang Stadium, the site. Another good crowd on hand as the USL Championship season continues to get more and more interesting. Birmingham trying to get back into playoff position, and the Rowdies, meanwhile, trying to stay atop the table in the Eastern Conference.
Funny you said that, Drew. Birmingham just 2 points behind the 10th place St. Louis. So they're trying to stay in the playoff hunt. It's a tough game here in Al Lang. And of course, like we mentioned before, the Rowdies trying to stay with New York Red Bulls and keep that lead.
Legion possessing momentarily. The Rowdies' attack has cooled off a little bit here over the last 5 minutes. Did see Zach Steinberger come up little lane about 5 minutes ago. He looks to be okay right now. Continue to monitor that situation. We did see Andrew Tenari get off the bench there. We thought there could be an early sub.
But do you dare, in this Rowdies atmosphere, get off the pitch now? They have like 5 other guys waiting to get on and are producing at such a high rate. I mean, as a player, you take the most of the time that you have out there and make the most of it. And that's what Zach Steinberger is doing right now. Tough character.
Steinberger spreading it wide. This is Johnson. Wide open, up in the air, and there's Van Oekel again. Boy, he is so big and so aggressive inside that box.
Saber Guenzati is going to chase down every loose ball. And Van Oekel, the captain of this team, getting a hold of that, but not before Saber Guenzati lets him know he's there.
It's kind of interesting. Birmingham's July, Ryan, was kind of like the Rowdies' May, in that neither side gave up a goal during that period.
Yeah, we touched on that in the opening with Kyle Fisher and Mathieu Laurent coming together in that centre-back position. And also Matt Van Oekel, such a big part of keeping clean sheets. This Birmingham team have played themselves right back into the playoff atmosphere.
Leo Fernandez. Diakite. And now Tarek Morad. Patience, the name of the game with the Rowdies at the moment. Malik Johnson will again service one in. And this one sails way high.
Well, when you play as a winger, the ball is always going to be rolling away from you. You have to overcompensate and hook that ball around. Hook your foot around the ball to get it into the box. If your laces are anywhere near the middle of the ball, it's going to splice and end up behind the goal, which I'm sure Matt Van Oekel appreciates.
Well, you can get updates and alerts all year long by following your club on ESPN.com, searching for the Rowdies, and then clicking the follow button to keep up with the latest news and scores. Plus, get reminders on the Rowdies' next match. Go to ESPN.com now and click follow for your club. "34 minutes in. Kyle Culbertson throwing it in for Birmingham. moment, Legion have cooled a little bit the firepower that was going off the first 20 minutes of this match for Tampa Bay. And when you're playing on the road, that definitely is a good thing. Because this Rowdies side, the way they're playing right now, could easily put a 3 or 4 spot on you very quickly, just like they did against Charleston. In fact, just ask the battery. That was so impressive last week as Morad moves forward. Time and space now to work with for Tarek Morad. Taken down, and no whistle that time. It looked like Opoku got a piece of him.
Excellent tracking back by Opoku. Tarek Morad taking too much time on the ball. And the longer this game goes on at 0-0, the better off it is for Birmingham Legion. More gaps are going to be found at the back. The intensity is going to wear off on this Rowdies team, and that's what Birmingham are hoping for.
This is Kassim. Kassim services one in. Oh, collision inside the box. Robinson elevated. And down and seriously hurt is Brian Wright. He took a knock right on the back of the head.
Well, Macklin Robinson had every right to come in there and punch that away. Looks like he caught Brian Wright. Here comes again. Knees up. And looks like the elbow, the back of Brian Wright. That looks pretty serious. But Eddie Opoku had a free shot and an open net right after and miskicked it. But certainly the concussion protocol has to be in play here.
Brian Wright's second leading scorer for the Legion. Macklin Robinson has been challenged now 4 times in this match.
And he's responded every time, Drew. Coach Collins has to be impressed with his right now backup goalkeeper.
So while we have the moment, both teams will hydrate, take one more look. You say that Robinson just has every right to this ball as much as Wright does.
Yes, and forward just as much as the keeper, but when that ball goes up in the air, as we all know, the keeper is allowed to use his hands. So get ready.
Macklin Robinson, former Cosmo, also played college soccer at DePaul, North Carolina as well. And we will play on here. 37 minutes in.
And there's the drop ball for Pape Diakite.
Game started at a furious pace. Rowdies peppering Van Okel with shot after shot. Offense cooled down momentarily. Let's see if the Rowdies can rev it up here before halftime.
In this position, Kwadwo Poku is key. He's sitting in the center circle here. He has to get on the ball and orchestrate for this Rowdies team in their own half. Excellent bit of marking by Birmingham Legion. Not giving the center circle any sort of room. Full of white shirts. So the Rowdies have to go out wide.
Leo Fernandez. Fernandez takes it to his right. Shoots. Ball deflected. Top of the box that time.
Oh, great stuff by Wright.
Tremendous by Brian Wright. Hurt just moments ago, comes back, takes a shot, and he is denied again by Robinson. Once again, the Rowdies goalie comes up big.
Well, that save is as good as a goal on the other end. Brian Wright recovering nicely from that injury, breaks away, opens up his body, and Macklin Robinson with a foot save. And like I said, that's like scoring a goal on the other end for a striker. Keeps his team in it. What a body blow that would have been for the Rowdies with all that possession to go down a goal before the half.
And you saw Poku talking to Robinson there saying, you bailed us out that time. Corner kick now for Birmingham. And Kyle Culbertson will place this one down.
Culbertson taking his time and allowing his teammates to catch their breath, and allowing the center backs to get up in position.
So the clean sheet minutes continue to pile up for Birmingham. And now Culbertson, the in-swinger. This one will sail over everybody. And Ryan, you were tracking those minutes before the match tonight. Birmingham, you're still counting them, right?
Funny you said that, Drew. It's now we're going on to 40 minutes. So now we're looking at 415 minutes of no goals being scored on this Birmingham Legion team. Started at 375, 40 minutes in and counting.
Certainly a very tough nut to crack tonight for the Rowdies. Comes so very close here in the first half. Culbertson sends this one down. And once again getting numbers 4. This is a Poku. Rowdies scrambling back. Murad is there. One-on-one move once again. Put this one atop the 6th shot and denied. And now Poku with a chance to lead the Rowdies the other way. Sana.
What a sequence we have going on here.
Johnson. Steinberger calling for it. Malik Johnson, nifty move, sends it in. Just could not get that final touch.
Do not blink. What could have been a goal on the other end with a shot-stopping save by Caleb Richards turns out to be a tantalizing cross by Malik Johnson on this end. And just like that, a goal could have scored on either end within a minute.
Furious action here in the final minutes before halftime. Sana sliding. Now Diakite. They counter so quickly. Look out, a Poku. Another one-on-one opportunity, and Robinson. Wow, what a job he is doing.
Well, first, what great vision by Brian Wright to pick out Eddie Opoku. But he opens up his body and Macklin Robinson reads it, just makes himself large. He looks like an octopus out there. And using one of his 12 legs, 10 legs, rather,
Well,
8 legs.
That is the second one-on-one chance that Birmingham has had. So the Legion clearly executing that counter right now. The Rowdies have got to find an answer in the second half. Another corner kick. And this one is going to sail over. Will be tracked down, though, in the corner.
Seydu.
Far post.
Oh.
And again, close once again. Let's send it down to Heather. Heather, what's coming up at halftime?
Drew, it has been an action-packed end to this first half, and it is going to be an action-packed halftime. Right after the whistle here, I'll catch up with head coach Neil Collins, get his thoughts on the first half. The Rowdies will educate us on what kind of kid they were in school. We'll get a look at the highlights from the USL League 2 championship match and the best from the past week's USL championship action. And, of course, we'll have highlights and stats from the first half and more, guys.
Always great stuff from Heather Donnelly at the half.
Just want to touch on Caleb Richards again, flicking that ball just off the line to go for a corner. Another fantastic defensive effort. But we talked about Birmingham Legion just hanging around. The longer they go, the better they get. They're like a boxer. They went to the ropes, just taking body blows from the Rowdies, waiting for their opening. And they found a couple of openings, but Macklin Robinson just bailing out this Rowdies team on 2 separate occasions.
Throw this one down. And right before the ball hits the end line. Oh, he's going to stumble over the billboard on that far side. Diakite involved and just walks away very calmly. I'll tell you what, it's been a tough first half for Brian Wright.
Every time he gets injured, he seems to come back better. So
contact, did not get it, and obviously not very happy at the moment. Caleb Richards will throw it in for the Rowdies. As soon as we get the word on extra time here, we'll let you know.
looks to be a push in the back as that ball came to Lucky Kosana. And a free kick for the Rowdies.
Johnson can't collect that time, and now Birmingham will throw it in, and we'll have a couple minutes here of extra time. 2 minutes exactly of extra time.
Oh, I hear that tackle from up here.
Another little flick. Getting behind is Opoku. Boy, Opoku was so quick to it. Nice pass this time. Oh, just misses. Trying to get inside that far post. J.J. Williams, a great idea for the Legion.
Well, Tariq Murad is having a very rough last 25 minutes. Looks to be Eddie Opoku again, picking out J.J. Williams, who is following up, and the ball just went past the post. Here it is. The service comes in, and the ball just whizzes past that far post. And now the shot count has gone from 8-1 to 9-7. So it's been an 8-1, a 6-1 shot difference in Birmingham's favor in the last 20 minutes. They have come right back in this half. And now Coach Collins, what was going to be an easier halftime talk, is now going to be a lot tougher.
Well, Coach Collins and the Rowdies knew what they were in for here tonight, and they made it very clear yesterday. We expect this to go to the 90th minute, all tied up. This by no means is going to be an easy game for us, even though we have twice as many points as the opponent. Said Murad has been struggling over the last 5 minutes. How so, Ryan? Just not exactly in position, or just slow to react?
Just getting caught on one-on-one situations with Eddie Opoku with no cover behind him. Pape Diakite is too far from Tariq Murad when that ball goes across to the left-hand side. As a result, Opoku has enough space to do some work and cause damage.
Scoreless at the half. Rowdies come out with all guns a-blazing. But then later on in the first half, Birmingham has their offensive opportunities as well. Neither team able to get on the board. Let's send it down on the pitch to Heather.
Coach, it was an action-packed first half there. Both teams had some really dangerous chances. What stood out to you about the first half?
I thought we had a fantastic start in terms of our tempo and the way we took the game to Birmingham, and then I think the last 10-15 minutes we got sloppy, and they came into the game and found 2 or 3 great opportunities in the counter-attack, and we'll need to do a lot better in the second half, but there's a lot to build on.
You knew Birmingham's defense was going to be tough to crack heading into this one. What do you need to do in the second half to break them down?
Yeah, just like we've got a clean sheet, they've got a clean sheet, and probably neither team deserves to have one. So we need to put the ball in the net when we get the opportunities. It's simple as that.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, lots to look forward to at halftime. Macklin Robinson for the Rowdies, saving several near goals for Birmingham. Halftime festivities coming up from Al Link Stadium in just a moment.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to Clearwater Beach, the #1 beach in the U.S. as chosen by travelers on TripAdvisor. It's not just white sand and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics at visitstpclearwater.com. Love the beach.
The Tampa Bay Times. I'd like to invite you to listen to my new daily podcast, Sports Day Tampa Bay. We'll talk Rays, Lightning, Bucks, and Bulls. I'll have special guests join me regularly for their takes and answer questions from listeners. Join the conversation on Twitter at SportsDayTB and use the hashtag SportsDayTampaBay. Whether you're in the kitchen, on the road, or at the gym, it's Tampa Bay Sports Talk on your schedule. Download it now on iTunes or go to tampabay.com/sports.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
"45 minutes down here at Al Lang Stadium, and the Rowdies and Birmingham Legion are scoreless at the half. And tonight we're celebrating back to school night here with the Rowdies, and with local kids heading back to school next week, we decided to ask the Rowdies what they were like when they were in school. Do we have a bunch of class clowns or teachers' pets? Find out now.
Like, I didn't want to be, but I was a bit of a nerd, bit of a teacher's pet, but like, I would just try not to be.
I mean, I was always having troubles with the headmaster because, I talk a lot, in class, and yeah, I'm always in trouble with the headmaster.
I'm pretty quiet. I always liked school. I studied science and math. I love that, so I was a little bit nerdy.
In the beginning of school, I was quiet and didn't really, kind of stuck to myself. But then, I really started to hit my stride in high school, and now I was just the class clown, just an absolute idiot, really.
I was kind of the bad guy. I couldn't pay attention 100%, so I was always trying to pick on someone, steal someone's bag, or move it around or something. So I would say one of the bad guys, but I had good grades.
I was a great cheater. Phenomenal. I was all right. I wasn't was right on the edge of on a roll and stuff like that, but it was close, so I wasn't top, but like I said, I wasn't failing.
I used to get in trouble for talking a lot and helping people next to me. So that was something that my parents couldn't get too mad about. But at the same time, I was a good student. I got good grades.
Great stuff from the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are scoreless 0-0 after one half of play. It is time now to get a look at the highlights from the USL League 2 championship match, as well as the best from the past week of USL championship action.
Fortune can hit from here. Oh!
McCarthy once more.
Blacked it back in, and it's a goal for North Carolina FC.
Big shot and scored.
And Ben Spees lets one fly and drills it.
Fit in with Bethlehem and really Philadelphia. Prater lofting, header, snap, in! New Mexico to run away with it. We here stealing it now.
The ball. Fortune can hit from here. Oh! My! And how about North Carolina FC?
Chavez to have a goal! What a strike from Jaime Chavez! His 4th of the year at Fresno FC.
Moto flipping it in towards the...
Oh, what a save! Tejas in a second save! Santos was in behind. Oh, that's the one! Tommy had a ball and makes it 1-0. Don't stop him now. His 2nd goal of the year has
What a week that was, it is. Look at the standings. New York Red Bulls 2 with a victory earlier today, momentarily atop, leading the Tampa Bay Rowdies by 1 point. Birmingham Legion FC in that 12 slot just outside the playoff picture. Ottawa Fury FC also in contention. Here you take a look at some of the results today. New York Red Bulls 2 with the victory. Also late second half, Pittsburgh, Swope Park tied at 1. Scoreless, Nashville, Bethlehem, Memphis, North Carolina, same story. And just moments away, St. Louis FC and the Charleston Battery. Solomon Asante leading the Golden Boot watch with Daniel Rios, both of them tied with 15 goals. Frater has 13. He has had an electric season. The Rowdies featured on the USL Championship Game of the Week, August 21st, 7 p.m. ESPN News. And Hartford Athletic recording their first shutout in club history. That defense tightening up, taking down Bethlehem Steel 3-0. Scoreless here in Tampa Bay. The Rowdies and the Legion. First half highlights and so much more starting the second half when we come back.
This is my kind of happy hour.
My kind of joyride.
My kind of nightlife.
Whether you're just finding your stride or making the golden years look good, Florida Blue goes beyond health insurance, investing in the health and communities of all Floridians, so you can feel good saying, "That's my kind of blue."
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
This is my kind of blue.
Together, we fight. Here come the Rowdies. One-sided shot. Score! Shot! One! Kahana!
On Saturday, August 24th, your Rowdies will battle Memphis 901 FC. Fans can celebrate Rowdies legend Georgie Ristoff by taking home an exclusive Georgie bobblehead while supplies last. Visit rowdiesoccer.com.
Together, we are the Rowdies.
Scoreless after one half of play. That is a great place to be, the VIP section here at Al Lang Stadium. Rowdies looking for some goals quickly here against Birmingham. Thrilled to have you with us tonight. Drew Felios alongside Ryan Davis, who was fast and furious at the start, but then the Rowdies cooling off in Birmingham, showing that they can exploit that Rowdies back line just a little bit.
Well, Birmingham did a good job staying compact like we talk about. As those balls came in, they did a good job marking up and defending, holding the Rowdies to scoreless, then playing themselves into the game as well, creating chances on the other end. And Macklin Robinson with 2 tremendous saves, almost like a striker scoring 2 goals. That's how important he was to keep this game at 0 for the Rowdies as well.
All right, Ryan, let's take a look at the highlights of the first half. Rowdies starting out with a flash and chance. half with Heather Donnelly. Heather, thoughts on half number one?
Well, Drew, it was an action-packed first half, and like Coach Collins said, he was surprised that this one was still scoreless at the half, and so am I. There was definitely not a lack of chances there in the first half, just a lack of completing them. And I'm actually seeing over here, Juan Tejada just changed out his warm-up jersey for his green and gold hoop, so it looks like we're going to be getting a halftime substitution here. Juan Tejada looks like he'll be entering the match and hopefully providing a little bit of a spark for the Rowdies offense here, a needed spark to maybe break through this tough Birmingham defense. Guys?
Yeah, great stuff, Heather. It appeared that toward the latter part of that first half, Rowdies seemed to hit a bit of a wall. Tampa Bay has done a great job adjusting all season long, and they have developed into being a second half team. We saw it in the big win against Ottawa. And there's the Rowdies' upcoming schedule, that big match on the 21st at North Carolina FC. ESPN News the place. And then Memphis comes here to Al Lang Stadium, followed by a big showdown with Nashville, a team that has picked up steam big time here this part of the year. Charlotte Independence, Atlanta United 2 on September 14th. So the Rowdies a chance to recharge on this hot and humid night. A lot of emotion early on, sort of tempered a bit, Ryan, after about the 25th minute. And now we can reset and look forward to the next 45.
Yeah, business has to start again, and Coach Collins has to get in their ears as young Juan Tejada, the fox in the box, is going to try to come in here and conjure up a goal for this Rowdies team. They're going to have to keep up the intensity, Drew, bring the fight, bring the game to Birmingham, and create chances.
Well, if you need a spark, Tejada's certainly the guy. 7 goals on the season. Had that short stint of international duty with Panama. At Olympic qualifying, had the big goal against El Salvador, and he has had a dream season for Tampa Bay. So Steinberger will be done for the night, giving it all he could after maybe tweaking that right hammy.
I think Coach Collins looking for some more speed in the middle there. I'm sure Saber Guenzati may drop back into that spot. Oh no, here's Juan Tejada actually. Yep, so Tejada's going to push up with Lucky Kosana. And Saber Guenzati is going to push into that spot where Zach Steinberger was, sitting right behind the two forwards.
Now it's Poku. Poku continues to just connect the dots. Guenzati should have been able to collect that one, unable to. Now Rowdies pressing just a bit before a whistle comes out. Well, fans, the USL unveiled its elite youth platform, USL Academy, allowing clubs at all levels across the USL to develop local youth and compete at the highest level across the United States, including the USL Academy Cup. For more information, go to uslsoccer.com/academy. Great program put in by the USL. Diakite battling, as he always does, and Brian Wright has had a target on his back here tonight.
Well, a good flick on by J.J. Williams, and Brian Wright was hounding Papi Diakite, but the wall did its job and just blocked that one out, so Macklin Robinson can pick it up.
Now it's Tejada. Tejada trying to get to it, surrounded that time by white jerseys.
Juan Tejada using that tenacity to hound those defenders. They're going to have a busy 45 minutes in the Birmingham backline with Tejada there.
Derek Morad. Some shaky moments in that first half. Oh, bad pass that time. The giveaway, J.J. Williams. Williams able to keep possession and cannot get it in between that post. And let's see. Got a whistle this time.
Looks like the referee gave a corner. But a poor pass, and Caleb Richards actually did really good to get back into the play. There he is, got just in front of J.J. Williams' slide, but the ball did not drop kindly for him. And J.J. Williams with a clear opportunity. And that looked to be a goal kick, but the referee going with Birmingham on this one.
Rowdies once again dodging a bullet. And now Akeem Ward, who recently joined the team. Been on this Birmingham side just a couple weeks. Line driven into the box. Live momentarily. Rowdies able to make sure the wall was formed.
They're not out of the woods yet. Here comes Birmingham.
Saw Vila getting this run started and shot and scored. Wow, that was Eddie Opoku. Far post, and it's 1-0 visitors.
Well, the visitors have been making inroads on that right-hand side. Their left, the Rowdies' right, over by Tariq Murad's side. And Eddie Opoku, who's been knocking on the door all game long, here he is again, beating Murad, and on that left foot, on the near post. It must be said, Malik Robinson, with all those fantastic saves, should not have been beaten on that near post. And the ball goes right over him. A great shot by Opoku in the roof of the net. And the visitors take an unlikely 1-0 lead.
So Legion draw first blood here in the 50th minute. Fans right now a little bit stunned here at Al Lang, given the way that the Rowdies started. Now you've got to find an answer.
The Rowdies with somewhat of an onside kick. The soccer version of it.
Well, credit the game plan so far for the Legion. They knew that if they could withstand that early onslaught, they would be in really good position here tonight to do some damage, and they have done that. On the board 1-0.
Yeah, just taking advantage on that right-hand side. Looks like Diakite and Murad just seem to be separated. And Eddie Opoku is having his way on that right-hand side. Well, it starts all over again. The Rowdies have to start with the intensity.
Ball floated up. Won't stay in bounds. And Sadi, the intended target. Rowdies need to find a way to get that momentum back. There's Malik Johnson trying to stay with him. Opoku just so effective.
Opoku is just beaming with confidence right now.
He certainly is.
He's looking to create on every possession.
Throw in far side. This opportunity cut off. Diakite will try and clear temporarily. For the Rowdies, students, summer may be ending, but the fun does not have to stop. For all home matches, students can purchase reserve seating tickets for just $10 with a valid student ID. Visit rowdysoccer.com/ticket specials for more information.
So now that Birmingham is up 1-0 on the road here, I don't see them sitting back too deep like they did in the first half. They really got themselves in an awkward position when they were so deep, and Rowdies were creating a lot of chances. So as we see J.J. Williams and Brian Wright pushing up right now, and Prosper Kasim, they're going to play their style and trying to get up on the Rowdies and have them not create anything from deep. Try to stop the flow, if you will.
Now it's Fernandez. Fernandez running free early on in that first half. Now being marked very tightly. There's not many openings. And now this is Tejada to throw it in. Rather Fernandez. On Tejada. J.J. Williams trying to break this one up. Tejada with a service. Emko Sana trying to fight for it. Van Oekel wins the battle.
Well, Juan Tejada fought off a couple challenges there to finally get that ball across the goal. An awkward header at the first post. And Lucky Kosana just couldn't get on the end of it. Good response by Matt Van Oekel to pluck it out.
Not much going offensively for the Rowdies so far in this second half.
Well, at this point, now they have to start switching the ball from right to left. As we see, Malik Johnson was well covered. Now the ball comes over to Leo. So here's some space.
Fernandez could not get into the final third that time. Fans, we invite you to tune into ESPN News on August 21st, 7 p.m. Wednesday Night Soccer as the Rowdies head to North Carolina FC. Playoff positioning battles heating up. August 21st, 7 p.m. Rowdies attacking as the ball skates out that time across the end line. It was Tejada and Jordan Doherty asking for a corner.
Well, lovely interchange starting off on the left-hand side. And Jordan Doherty trying to play it across the goal. It looks to be well defended by Birmingham. It looked to be a certain corner. But the referee deciding on a goal kick.
Stadium crowd sort of sedated at the moment. The Rowdies have not had a shot in quite some time, and the passes just not quite as crisp as they were in the first half. Yakite gets ahead on it. Now it's Doherty.
Oh, great control by Doherty. Just couldn't finish it off with the pass. And guess who picked it out? Eddie Opoku. This is one of those scenarios where Coach Collins may want to look at Malik Johnson coming out, Juan Tejada going out to the right-hand side, and Andrew Tanari coming in.
Try and switch the point of attack here. Saw Johnson watch the ball sail over. And again, it's that man again. Tremendous pass, and Prosper Cassian had a perfect lane to score the second goal of the night. The Rowdies have got to do something here, Ryan. They're just operating too freely.
Well, nobody can stay in front of Eddie Opoku, and he's having his way. Just picked out Prosper Kasim, who skied it. But boy, what a chance that was.
Souvenir, momentarily at least. Got to return that.
I'm sure security's on their way. J.J. Williams using that big 6'4" frame.
Andrew Tanari getting loose on the Rowdies side. So expect that substitution to happen here very quickly. And that is Andrew Tanari. Been waiting for him, just a matter of time, and Poku once again getting physical. Rowdies offense just a little slow developing. Not quite the high octane we saw in the first 25 minutes until now. This is Johnson. Tejada squeezes one in. Quinzati. Seba Quinzati deflects off him and through the back line.
Well, good job by the Rowdies there. The press is actually quite high, so they have to get past that first line of forwards. And when they did, they found Malik Johnson, who then injected some pace. And in the end, Quinzati just couldn't pick out his pass.
Well, if you want the offense to flow, once again, Andrew Tenori, another guy that is so key. Now, Neil Collins has wanted to bring him back, but do it very slowly. That's why you saw him come in late against the battery. And Kosana heads out. And Andrew Tenori, he had that injury. Don't want to rush him back too quickly. Otherwise, he would be in the starting 11 tonight. But Coach Collins being very careful with him because Rowdies need him certainly in the months of September and October.
Yeah, and the Rowdies, everyone has been stepping up so well for this club that the confidence is there to use your bench and not rush Tenari back.
There goes down. And once again, it's Brian Wright. This is a bit of a scary situation if you are Birmingham, because he already took one to the head earlier tonight. And once again, grimacing on the ground.
Ball goes up in the air, and Pape Diakite coming in. And it looks like Diakite's head hit the back of Brian Wright's head.
Meanwhile, Wright just saying, can I just get one call before the night's through? Rowdies attacking. This is Poku. He is electric. Andrew Tenori, fresh off the bench. Trying to get it back to Poku.
Well, Tenari looked left and went right, but just couldn't find Poku. But again, that injection of pace by the Rowdies. Look at that big frame by J.J. Williams. Caleb Richards can't even see the ball.
6'4" of him. Against Andrew Tenori, he'll shoot one on the ground, and he has got an electric left foot. That ball had a serious chance to squeeze by Robinson.
Well, the cannonball was loaded, and he let it fly. J.J. Williams just looking for an inch of room, and he found it. Went low down to the corner. Macklin Robinson did well to get around and push it wide.
Kyle Culbertson, once again for Birmingham. Legion in the driver's seat at the moment. This ball headed out. Tejada gets a foot on it as well. Eric Avila, former Rowdy. A little flick this time. Diakite fending the onslaught. And that time just got enough of Williams to let Robinson clean it up.
Good job by Diakite shepherding that ball to Macklin Robinson. Good bit of inventiveness by Birmingham, but the Rowdies read it well.
Now it's Malik Johnson. Johnson again struggling to control it, as he has so many times tonight. Tejada right back to Poku. Now it's Gwensati. Again, could not get into that final third. We invite you to join us at Al Link Stadium on Saturday, August 24th, as we honor Georgie Ristoff, Rowdies legend. All fans will take home an exclusive Georgie bobblehead while supplies last. Go to rowdiesoccer.com today to purchase tickets. Georgie Ristoff, his legend lives on here at Al Link Stadium. All-time leading scorer. What a moment it was a year ago when he broke that record, Ryan. It was quite a night here at Al Link, and one of the great moments in Rowdies history.
Well, how fitting for him to get the first bobblehead in Al Link Stadium for this Rowdies team.
Not just a great player, too, just a great guy, great human being. Love interacting with Georgie. Tejada going down, as Lawrence would not let his wheels get rolling.
Well, a bit of a chance for the Rowdies there as they intercepted that pass, but great defending by Kyle Fisher to stop Juan Tejada.
Williams, such a big target. Diakite now will send it back to his keeper, Robinson.
Robinson on his weaker left foot, and so the ball does not even get to the half line. Good pressure by Birmingham as well, just pinning the Rowdies back.
That's a Seadu. Back to Akeem Ward. Cal Fisher. Culbertson again. Good job by Murad. A little bit of pushing and shoving going on near that end line as well. It's that guy, Eddie Opoku. He's going to give Murad nightmares here after tonight. He knows it too.
He is. I feel a severe case of insomnia coming on tonight for Tariq Murad.
There are those days, though, in this great game where a guy is just feeling it. That confidence is flowing. And it's been one of those nights for Opoku.
What a great interception by Seadu. Here comes that counter-attack.
Once again, Legion getting it in position. Trying to dial one up. And that was Diakite getting his body in front.
But as the Rowdies become tired and the passes become less accurate, Seadu and company are picking them off and causing counter-attacks such as those.
Ralph's mob, very patient, waiting for that first goal. They have been tremendous all night long. It's been a tough night for the Rowdies thus far. Macklin Robinson holding it down for Tampa Bay, trying to give them enough defense, just enough to get that offense eventually rolling.
Kwadu Opoku protecting his keeper, standing in between Brian Wright and Macklin Robinson.
And you see more pushing and shoving between Johnson and Opoku. And we're going to have a yellow here. It's going to be right this time. So most of the shoving looked like was going on with Opoku and Johnson, and the referee gave out a Ford's Garage yellow card to Brian Wright here in the 66th minute.
Well, Brian Wright wanted to be on top of Macklin Robinson, and Kwadu Opoku was making sure he's not going to move and allow his goalkeeper to be intimidated. And as Wright tried to shove Poku away, he was warned. And then he warned again, but this time through a yellow card.
Once again, a Ford's Garage yellow card to Brian Wright. Culbertson, another service. Diakite there to head it out. Early on, this match looked like it was going to be 3-0, 4-1. And it's amazing, Ryan, when you don't get that first goal, when you have so many chances, how things can all of a sudden flip.
Well, soccer is a game of ebbs and flows. And once Birmingham rode out that storm, they began to float. And as a result, confidence grew. Everyone wanted to get on the ball, especially Eddie Opoku. And now Birmingham find themselves in the lead here with 24 minutes left, 23 minutes left rather.
Such a hot and humid night down on the pitch. You know that the crew from Engel Coolers are doing their job, trying to keep the Rowdies rolling. Engel Coolers, a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Tenari. Diakite.
Diakite looking for a foul there, but not getting the call. It's going to be a throw-in for Birmingham.
Diakite, 7 yellow cards. Did not play against Charleston.
So Birmingham Legion won 3 games in a row, went up into Canada in Ottawa, got a 0-0 draw, come all the way down to Central Florida, and now a 1-0 lead.
Fernandez trying to touch it up to Guansani. So no juice right now in the Rowdies attack. Tejada chasing. It's Tenari. Leo Fernandez.
So as we speak, Drew, we're now into 443 minutes from this Birmingham team.
Tejada sharing it. Tenari as well. Guenzati. Shot. Far post. Just wide. Great idea from Malik Johnson.
Well, it looks like the Rowdies were trying to spoil the party as Birmingham were rounding up to 443 minutes without conceding. But Malik Johnson, Seba Guenzati laying it off for him. And here comes the right wing back. Ball flashed across the face of the goal.
Malik Johnson, only 21 years old, puts the Rowdies at a blistering pace when he is on. Look out. Tonight has struggled just a little bit, but had a great opportunity right there.
2 goals and 3 assists this season, just again in similar situations like that. Just couldn't find the far post. But it's going to take some intensity in the middle of the park by Poku and Doherty to try and break up a play and get a bit of a counter-attack for the Rowdies.
Avila takes the shot, and it's just wide this time. Well, tune into ESPN News August 21st. The Rowdies featured on the Game of the Week, taking on North Carolina FC. A couple Eastern Conference leaders. Rowdies with playoff positioning heating up. Have a chance to showcase it on national TV. August 21st, 7 p.m. Wednesday night soccer on ESPN News. Another yellow card comes out of the pocket of Dejan Suzak, and it is for Williams.
J.J. Williams just unloaded on Tarek Murad as Murad was about to play it back to Macklin Robinson. The Rowdies definitely need an injection of pace and intensity in the middle of the park.
This is the guy to do it. Poku, nice turn. Rowdies attacking. And again, it's Guenzati, just can't keep it at his feet. And there's the shot story in this half. It is amazing how the Rowdies offensively have simply sputtered.
Well, we always look at the final product, the shot at goal. But like we talked about earlier, Drew, the symptoms begin in the middle of the park. And Birmingham Legion have been so intense in the center circle, it has resulted in chances created and shots on goal. So credit to Birmingham Legion for changing things in the midfield and breaking up plays, and as a result, creating shots. And now the Rowdies have to find a way to do the same with Poku and Tenari in the middle of the park, and Guenzati, who seems to be a little bit gassed as the ball comes to him. He's losing control of the ball, and that is usually as a result of fatigue. So that's something Coach Collins may want to look at, as Seba Guenzati is making a lot of errors in the last third, and I think as a result of fatigue.
Many chances too. Rowdies look to be forcing it just a little bit rather than letting it come to them like they were early in the game. Heather, your thoughts down on the pitch?
Well, Drew, the Rowdies are here getting set to use their third and final sub, Jaime Siaj, getting ready to enter the match. He missed the first 19 matches of the season due to a combination of injuries, but he's now come off the bench in 3 consecutive matches. This will be his 4th. And last week in Charleston, he scored his first goal of the season. So Jaime Siaj looking to provide a little offensive spark for the Rowdies here in the last 20 minutes of this game, guys.
Yeah, Jaime, a guy that Coach Collins singled out, says we have really been impressed by the way he is fighting for a spot in our rotation. Is now Leo Fernandez with the set piece.
Talk about tenacity. He's been injured for so long, Siaj.
Fernandez, as the ball curls, comes back to Tenari.
We talk about intensity. We just hope that Leo Fernandez would put that ball in the mixer right by the 6-yard box and see some guys go up for it.
Service by Doherty. Doherty once more on the header. And just no chance as the Legion there to clear it once more. Caleb Richards now scrambling back. Oh, very close. It nearly became another Birmingham breakaway.
Once that ball bounced, Caleb Richards was always going to be in trouble. But Jordan Doherty to the rescue with a fantastic slide tackle.
Johnson again. And the Rowdies will have a throw in on the far side. 74th minute. Rowdies trailing 1-0. Drew Felios, Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly, and our phenomenal Tampa Bay Rowdies crew bringing you Rowdies soccer on ESPN+. And here is Mr. Siage here in the 74th. And it will be for Quenzati. So Ryan, you did call it, as Seba looked a little bit winded here late in this match.
We're starting all 22 games for the Rowdies this season. El Capitan finally ran out of gas. And there's nothing wrong with that. He plays with heart and soul for this Rowdies team. And there's nothing wrong to allow yourself the last 15 minutes for some fresh legs, especially in the forward position, trailing 1-0.
Malik Johnson will try the corner now. It has been all Leo Fernandez in this role tonight. Now Kasim clearing it. This is Doherty.
Interesting that Birmingham has not dipped into their benches yet. They seem to be, everyone seems to be so confident.
Tenari serving it. Tejada! Oh, just denied. Van Oekel got his fingertips on it. One Tejada nearly had his 8th goal and first of the night.
Well, it was almost like a set play. Ball played out to the last post. Tenari to Leo Fernandez. The Brazilian goes back and the Panamanian unloads on it. And Van Oekel, great reflexes, just pushes it over. But great vision by Andrew Tenari. And a heads-up play by Fernandez.
Another corner. Rowdy starting to apply pressure. Oh, Diakite, that's the play he's been looking for all season long. He nearly stuck one in the back of the net.
Well, the great wall came up for the corner and just couldn't finish it off. The Rowdies so desperately want him to get on the end of these set pieces. And here's Diakite, just couldn't get over it. Excellent leap. But their tails are back up. The Rowdies are knocking on the door here with 15 minutes to go.
Derek Morad able to win it, and you just sense the momentum shifting just a bit. Just in time for the Rowdies. Tenari now over to Caleb Richards. Leo Fernandez wide.
Great job by Akeem Ward, stopping the service, stopping the cross.
Richards service. Again, there's Van Oekel skying for it, and Siage looked like the intended target that time. Van Oekel, Rowdies just need one to equalize.
Again, it was a Ward just making a pest of himself, and Caleb Richards had to go over him. Put too much air on it, and he made it easy for Van Oekel.
Tejada. Now you slowly see Andrew Tenari start to take control in the midfield for the Rowdies. He has started the last few runs and looking very slowly to just get into form here in these final minutes. Doherty. Comes from the back now with Morai. There's Tenari. Tenari, the point man. Spreads it to Fernandez. Leo Fernandez on the ground. Oh, back heel. Siage that time, and Van Oekel up to the task once more.
Well, it's going to be a long night, long 15 minutes for Birmingham if they're going to allow Andrew Tenari to turn on the top of the box and pick his players out. Seydu and company have to do a better job and step up on the little magician.
Rowdies certainly showing some life here, and it was after the substitution when Tenari came back in where things started to jump start. in mind, New York Red Bulls too, a victory earlier today. So right now they are in first place here in the Eastern Conference. Rowdies trying to reclaim that spot with a victory. They're going to have to come from behind to do it. Let's see, this is Kassim who's going to be heading out. And Cromwell, number 30, will enter. Razak Cromwell out of Ghana, on loan from the Ghana club, Dreams FC, entering here in the 79th.
Well, Prosper Kassim leads this team in chances created for the season. And it looks like Coach Tommy Son has made it very clear what he's going to do for the last 12 minutes. As an attacking player comes out and another defender comes in to provide cover.
Cromwell will plug himself into that back line. It's all about defense the rest of the way for the Legion. Doherty with Poku. Nice connecting here. Quadwell Poku. Trying to get Tenari. A little bit too quickly that time. And here's the Legion on the counter.
It was good job by Avila breaking up that play.
Eddie Poku's so good tonight. Not this time though. There's Morad there to break it up, and then it's Tenari.
Caleb Richards Tariq Morad coming to the rescue there and starting a bit of a break.
Malik Johnson with Poku. Back to Johnson. Johnson hesitates a bit, and it'll be a corner for the Rowdies.
So fatigue definitely taking a toll on this game as you see the center circle becoming more and more vacant as players are stretched on both the defensive end and the offensive end, like a rubber band, if you will. If you stretch it out, a lot of space opens up in the middle, and now the players are having a hard time getting back on both sides.
Both teams, Ryan, gassed right now. Rowdies have another opportunity here.
Good job by Laurent, just tracing that ball down, tracking it down and flicking it on.
Fernandez. Service again. Siage over his head. Johnson tracks it down. Diakite and Tampa Bay will reset. Macklin Robinson, brilliant tonight in goal for the Rowdies. Did concede to Eddie Poku in the 49th minute, and that's the difference in this match. Tenari flicking forward. Poku as well. Tejada with Tenari. Fernandez. A little bit too far ahead of himself. J.J. Williams battling for it.
Well, good defending by Akeem Ward. He was one-on-one with Leo Fernandez and just stood his ground.
Sometimes when you explode offensively in one match, it's tough to come back the very next one and duplicate that, or even get a couple goals up there. That's how this game can play tricks with your mind.
But it also shows the quality of this league. Birmingham were on a great run, but they're still sitting 12th compared to the Rowdies first, or rather second. Come into Al Lang Stadium, stuck to a game plan, and so far it's worked out.
And to have a team in their inaugural season like Birmingham come in here this point in the year with as many injuries as they have and give the Rowdies a run for their money like they have tonight really says something about USL Championship. New York victorious earlier today, a 5-1 score, and Diakite may get another yellow here. That's going to be number 8 on Pape Diakite, and something that I think could have been avoided.
So it's a loose ball, the referee blows the whistle, J.J. Williams puts his foot in there, and Pape Diakite just asked him very kindly to leave. Well, the Senegalese has been known to have a bit of a temper. And now J.J. Williams is going to have to get some treatment.
And now more words. Diakite. Pape Diakite assessed a Ford's Garage yellow card here in the 83rd minute. There are times late in matches where emotions seem to get the best of him. He's got to dial it in here and try and lead the Rowdies here the rest of the way.
Well, in the 40th minute of Charleston Battery versus St. Louis. St. Louis sitting 10th in the last playoff spot. They are 2 points ahead of Birmingham. St. Louis down 1-0 to Charleston. So if these scores hold, Birmingham will leapfrog into that 10th spot over St. Louis.
There's the official telling him you've got to relax. Very emotional game.
It's been intense all night, and Pape Diakite has to know that this Rowdies team should have expected better.
He's chasing now at the moment. Keem Ward, doing a good job tonight.
What a plus to get an MLS-type player so late in the season for this Birmingham team. Keem Ward coming from DC United, now playing in that right-back position.
Rowdies attacking from that right side. This is Johnson.
Oh, beautiful.
Johnson able to keep it. Defenders all around him, more contact, and finally a whistle.
Looks like it's going to be a foul against Malik Johnson.
Yeah, sure is. Certainly did not look to be the case from here. Poku is down now.
I believe it's that time of the game where once a white shirt goes down, it's going to be a mandatory 30-35 seconds.
So Joseph Holland now comes in for Birmingham. Out of England, drafted by Houston. MLS, spent 2018 with Pittsburgh for Bob Lilly and the Riverhounds. How about, though, Tom Sohn, in these hot and humid conditions, able to get 80, 85, 86 minutes out of his players before making that first substitution.
And there were roughly 4 to 5 starters out tonight through injuries and suspensions. So Tom Sohn mixing and matching and putting together a squad and a game plan to go up against the #1 Rowdies team in Ireland Stadium.
Everything has gone Birmingham's way here tonight. Will things change here in the last 4+ minutes? Keem Ward to throw it in. Expect to see the Legion taking their sweet little time, to say the least.
But we talked about with Rowdies being the hosts, they have to bring the intensity here. They have to be the ones to set the tone. As Kyle Culbertson comes in late and earns himself an 87th minute yellow card, and he is not happy.
So yellow card brought to you by Ford's Garage, issued to Culbertson in the 88th minute. Ford's Garage, great place to spend your Rowdies post-game. Great post-game parties there night after night. Tejada now for Johnson. Johnson with some pace. And the Rowdies now will have a corner.
Well, Birmingham staying compact again, conceding the wings to the Rowdies. The Rowdies just can't seem to pick their guy out in the middle. Very disciplined performance by Birmingham.
Van Oekel, not conceded tonight. Johnson, some lift on this one. Tracking back is Murad, another header in the box. Siaj trying to come up, give it a hit. Couldn't do it. Traffic inside that box. And now Murad with Johnson. Johnson hesitates, now goes. Inside the 18. And another corner. Quickly, we'll check in with Heather.
Well, Drew, a quick note on Kyle Culbertson there. He was very upset about that yellow card. That's because it was his 5th of the season, so he will be suspended for Birmingham's next game when they host Memphis 901 FC next Saturday, guys.
Good pickup, Heather. Rowdies now threatening once more. Leo Fernandez able to get ahead on it. And Rowdies now will have a throw-in.
Well, it's a clear strategy to float the ball to the last post and look for the taller Leo Fernandez out there. His header back in has to be a little bit more accurate and with some purpose.
Murad now, try to shoot it through, try to hit Fernandez, who was standing still.
And Tariq Murad trying to squeeze that one in back into Leo Fernandez when switching the play may have been a better option.
Final minute of regulation time. Interesting to see how much extra time the Rowdies are going to have here. I'm going to guess about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would say so. A couple of injuries.
Richards quickly to throw it in. And we have 7 minutes of extra time, so plenty of time for the Rowdies to work. It'll be Andrew Tenard. Nobody does it better. Richards.
Look at the white shirts behind the ball.
Coming up to thwart that. Great job, and now the Legion can run free. This is Brian Wright. Only Diakite there to get back. Wright will take the left-footed shot. Again, there's Robinson. Oh, again, answering the bell for the Rowdies.
A great job by Brian Wright, just dragging that ball from right to left. Papia Diakite could not catch up with it. But Malik Robinson protecting that goal. Sorry, Macklin Robinson.
Johnson, quickly, back on the other end. And a foul here. Held up that time, and the Rowdies will place it down. And Johnson says, hey, that's been happening all night long.
Malik Johnson is such a handful. 3 white shirts around him. Still gets the free kick. And Leo Fernandez with his left foot. Squadu Poku asks for a yellow card. None given.
Another set-piece opportunity for Tampa Bay. Ogbo Poku. Tejada, the fox in the box, as we like to call him, always seems to find a way. Fernandez gives it a ride. Oh, off the head of Siaj, who got inside the 6. Just a little bit too much traffic in there.
Excellent schoolyard tactics there between Poku and Leo Fernandez. Poku fakes the cross, rolls it across to Leo Fernandez, who tries the shot. And Siaj took one right in the face.
About one more substitute here for Birmingham. And I believe this is going to be Gael Mabiala. We'll check in for Eddie Opoku, who did just a marvelous job tonight, gave the Rowdies all sorts of problems.
Man of the match for Birmingham. Had Tariq Murad on his heels all night long. And Macklin Robinson came up with 2 fantastic saves in the first half. And Eddie Opoku got the better of him in the second half. And that's the difference between the two sides.
Rowdies said they expected this game to go to the 90th minute. They knew what they were dealing with tonight. A sleeping team in Birmingham. A lot of teams have overlooked these guys playing in top form. Legion attacking once more. Tenari gets back just in time for Tampa Bay. Don't give up on it though. Look out, trying to get in position, and that is Diakite sliding in. Great play made by Pape. Rowdies with some daylight. Malik Johnson. Johnson sliding it right. Siage now. Tejada was waiting for it. Ball just didn't get there.
Well, Malik Johnson picking the outside this time rather than the inside runners. Jaime Siage just couldn't get that ball across the first line of defense.
Rowdies trying to pick their spot here. Morad wide to Richards. Tejada waiting for it. They've done a great job cutting off that final third to Tejada tonight. One thing that they have done well in the second half.
Staying compact, allowing the wingers to get the ball, but picking up their markers inside.
Right? Certainly in no hurries. Rowdies trying to get a second win at the moment. We'll just send this one out and play defense.
Just looking at Tariq Morad, bent over. Malik Johnson trying to catch his breath. Even Andrew Tenari, who just came on. And here's the problem. If the Rowdies try to go too direct and just play the ball long into the forwards, it could prove to be fruitless.
Good job by Tenari winning that ball. Trying to get rid of it though. Now Brian Wright in the center circle. Birmingham. Asiadu. Also Cromwell getting several touches. Just playing keep away right now. Six-minute time running out on Tampa Bay. Pape Diakite leads it for Poku. Tenari sliding in, and finally contact called.
Well, Poku with the softest of passes, putting Tenari in a tough spot, but he gets a free kick.
This is Johnson on the ground. Once again, Laurent there to send it out.
Would like to see Malik Johnson sort of switch things up and roll it back to Doherty. Try to come through the middle.
Birmingham working on their 5th straight clean sheet. And it's just moments away if they can keep Tampa Bay off the board. Leo Fernandez tracking back to his right. Now Morad with Fernandez. Leo with the service. Tejada, contact there. Siage tried to whip it around. Just couldn't get enough on it.
Well, Juan Tejada did well to flick on that cross with that ball in by Leo Fernandez. Jamie Siage just trying to volley it with his left foot. Just couldn't get a hold of it.
Maybe time for one more opportunity. Not much more than that for Tampa Bay. It's got to come quickly. Tenari's got to win possession here.
Saidu has had a quiet, perfect game here for Birmingham. The number 6 sitting in front of the back 4.
The Birmingham Legion have come to Tampa Bay and shocked the Rowdies here tonight, getting their 5th straight clean sheet and walking away with a 1-0 victory.
Well, they weathered.
Let's send it down to Heather Donnelly.
Thanks, Drew. Coach, I know you like to judge the performance separately from the result. So what do you have to say about the performance that you saw from your team tonight?
After the first 30 minutes, I thought we probably got what we deserved. I think we had opportunities. I think we could have scored, goals, but I think equally, we could have lost. We could have lost goals. So, again, disappointed. We've learned a lot in the defeats that we've had, and we'll need to learn fast from this one.
Yeah, you've got next weekend off. You do have a bye weekend coming up, and then you've got a midweek match at North Carolina FC the following week. How do you hope your team responds to this loss?
I've got no doubt they'll respond the way they've responded to every setback, and that's with a great attitude and a will to put it right. And the break comes at a nice time for us. I think we've had a few people out injured that will get back fit and ready to go for the last part of the season.
All right, thanks for your time, Coach. Guys.
All right. Coach Collins very composed. Rowdies falling 1-0 to Birmingham Legion FC. Just not the Rowdies night. Malik Johnson and company so close to a goal in that first half. Second half, a little bit different story, but still could not pull level. Final thoughts, and we'll look at the upcoming schedule when we come back to Al Lang.
This is St. Pete Clearwater, home to 35 miles of white sand bliss. But it's more than emerald surf and Gulf breezes. The beach is an attitude. It's the vibe of life, nature, art, music, or whatever brings you joy. Experience the American tropics right here in St. Pete Clearwater. Love the beach.
Jennifer Davis was the last person you'd expect to have a heart attack. But despite appearances, she had a spontaneous coronary artery dissection of the left anterior descending artery. But after being rushed to Baycare's St. Anthony's Hospital cath lab, doctors inserted 2 stents, which opened her artery. And thank heaven, this extremely rare attack was treated at an extremely rare hospital.
UFC heavyweight Stipe Miocic fights for more than just a gold belt. A proud son of immigrants, Stipe fought for his dreams while working 2 jobs and fighting fires for his community. Stipe still fights fires and still proudly fights for his heritage. Since 1925, we've proved that it doesn't matter where you come from. It matters what you're made of. Modelo, the official beer.
11 days of rest now for the Rowdies. They'll head to North Carolina on August 21st, and the game televised on ESPN News. And then, after that, Memphis, Nashville here at home, and Charlotte hosting Atlanta on the 14th of September. The Rowdies come up short tonight, 1-0 the final score. Birmingham will walk away with the 3 points and 5 straight clean sheets for the Legion in their inaugural year. Certainly better nights for the Rowdies as they fall to second place tonight in the Eastern Conference. New York Red Bulls atop the table. Hope you enjoyed it. For our fabulous crew here in downtown St. Pete, alongside Ryan Davis, Heather Donnelly down on the pitch, I'm Drew Felios saying so long, and go Tampa Bay Rowdies. We'll see you in 11 days.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.